Hi everybody, it's Mrs. Blessley from my basement studio. I want to show you how to get started on your project. The opposite is also true. Now you don't have to do it this way, but if you don't have any ideas, this is a way you can get yourself set up. So first thing you need to do is just get a piece of scrap paper out of the recycling. So this is some kind of letter or something that got thrown away. And I'm going to take this paper and I'm going to fold it in half. And then I'm going to fold it in half again. And what I'm doing is I'm making a viewfinder so that I can lay out some drawings on my page. So now I've got this folded twice. And you need to make sure that it's something that's okay if you cut it up. Because what we're going to do is we're going to cut off that corner where the folds are. Just going to cut that right off. So I'm making sure that I got the point that's the fold, and I'm putting my scissors on here, and I'm going to kind of make sure that the what I cut off is the same length here and here around the corner. I'm just going to eyeball it. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it's about a 45-degree angle. I'm going to cut that piece off. And when I open it up, I've got a viewfinder. See that? Okay, so this is the easy part. Then I'm going to set this aside and I'm going to get a piece of drawing paper. Now this I cut is just a piece of old drawing paper. I cut it the size of printer paper. So if you only have printer paper, that's totally fine. Then what you want to do is get a bunch of objects. I've got a whole bunch of things here that I just kind of been collecting. Grab a pencil, and you want to make a nice arrangement of shapes to draw in. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw around my roll of tape. And I might put another roll of tape down here. And I'm just kind of experimenting. What I want to do is kind of get this balanced so I have some nice shapes. I've got a jewelry box here. I want to overlap a little bit maybe. Just make it a little bit more interesting. So, and then I've got a box of tea bags. That's kind of good. I love tea. I might not overlap that particular one. I might just draw around this one. But you can see I'm making some spaces to draw in. So this is like one of those picture frames where you can put all the pictures of your brothers and sisters and everybody's in it. So I've got this cookie box. I might, if I put this down here, it might be a little heavy. You could put it up here and let it go off. But what I'm going to do, I think, is I'm not going to let it go off completely. I'm going to start here and I'm going to draw around, even though this is a little too big. I'm going to draw around and then I'm going to move the box. Might have to turn my paper around, but I'm going to move the box so I can get my rectangle with the rounded edges. I like those rounded corners. And now I've got that shape. So I like that a lot. And I'll just, oops, that's not a good eraser, but I'll just erase that later. And I need to do something else here. And so I think, what shall I do? Maybe I'll just do another one of these. It's okay to repeat a shape, because this seems like about the right size. Okay, so now I'm going to take my viewfinder. I'm going to make sure my husband doesn't catch what I'm doing. Oh, I need something else to connect those. Oh, I just repeat this one again. It's okay. As Bob Ross would say, it's a happy little box. I'll put that down like that. Now I'm going to look at that. Do I have a nice bounce? I think I kind of like that. All right, so I can get my things out of the way. Like I said, these are just random objects. And now I'm getting ready to use my viewfinder. So here's the viewfinder, another one. And I'm going to open that up. Now what I want you to do is I want you to go in your house and find some kind of a complex object. Something that has a different look to it and different sizes. You might find a lot of these in the kitchen utensil drawer. And I want you to keep it a secret what it is. And what we're going to do is we're going to magnify and multiply. So I've got something here. I'm going to put it under my viewfinder. And I want you to figure out what it is. I'm going to put it under my viewfinder. And then I'm going to see if I can lay out this drawing. Now, I'm going to say, where am I going to put that? Well, this is nice. It's got a little circle in it. And I'm going to draw this coming down, just pulling a line with my hand. And remember, we used our wrist for circles, so I'm going to do this, and I'm going to blow this up really big. And I'll commit to my circle. It doesn't have to be perfect, but there's my circle. And then it's got something that looks kind of like stars. And I'm going to draw these. Oh, and it doesn't go that far out, but it's okay. I'm just making an abstract of something that I don't know what this is exactly, but I'm just drawing some parts of it that I can see, and I'm going to keep this a secret what this thing is. If you know what it is, don't tell anybody, because when we get to the end of the drawings, then, you know, we'll kind of reveal what our object was. But I'm just making myself some abstract of it. And pull it down like this. If it's not exactly right, it's okay. You just want to be using your eyes and your hands and drawing. So then what I would do would be that I would leave that, not do any more with it. I'd put my object under my viewfinder in a different way and see what I can do there. So this one is going to come up on an angle, and it comes around like this, and I'm following my eyes with my hand, and it comes up, and this has some kind of curve here, and it comes like this, down, curves. There's a curve here, and that's kind of about what I see in that particular view. Okay, so there's that one. And I'm going to fill each square with or each shape, I should say, with something different. This is interesting. I'm going to put this one here. And this comes down. And don't worry about, there's boxes and stuff in here. Just don't worry about that. Just keep drawing and don't worry about where the boxes and the circles and the other things overlap each other. Does not matter. We're making an abstract. Now I don't want to start this from this very line. I'm going to move my pencil over just a little bit. And this is going to come off here. And here it's going to come down and come off. And it's kind of maybe around there a little bit. Oh, I have a lousy eraser. So you get the idea of putting different shapes in each one of these shapes. And then I'm going to do some more things with the drawing, and I'll fill you in later on the week of what you do when you get this set up. Have fun. Talk to you later.